Dolores, it's wonderful to have you back. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Joanne. It's great to be back.
So we all know that AI is dominating all conversations, whether it's marketing, whether it's culture, and it's a huge piece of transformation in all businesses and in all organizations. And we're coming together to partner with the AI Diagnostics Tool that you have. And today we're going to do a demo. But before we do that, give us a little bit of an insight into the tool and why it's important as part of AI transformation.
Certainly, we hear a lot of talk about creating cultures that are needs-driven and transparent and all that. But in order to create a needs-driven culture, we need to know what the needs of the organization are. And that is huge. The culture is the invisible atmosphere that's in an organization. It's not something tangible. It's not something that we can actually even put a policy around, because the culture is something that's felt. It really is felt, and both positively and on the not so positive side. For example, let's say, if people are late and that's okay and nothing ever happens about it, that's the culture around punctuality in a company, regardless of whether there's a policy in place around punctuality or whatever is told to people at onboarding even. It's what actually happens. It's the expectations. That's the culture that's created. And this goes across all areas and, everything. What's felt by the people, what they know is the norm, basically. That's the culture. So if we're talking about then creating a needs-driven culture, what are the needs of the employees? Again, if it's just something that's like a tick the box exercise, if organizations, and they do it like with all the goodwill in the world, can bring in people for wellness weeks, and that is absolutely phenomenal. But if it's not really catering to the needs of the employees, again, that's the culture around the wellness in the organization. Again, as I say, it's a misalignment that's often unconscious at times because employers are doing it for the right reasons. So that's why I love this diagnostic tool, because it's for employees. It's not handing the ownership to HR to roll it out. It's for employees. It's to find out what the needs of employees are across a range of different topics. The one we're speaking about is AI, but there's also sustainability, the cyber, and loads more, mood at work, gauging exactly what the needs are of the employees. So also one important thing to say about it is that the top level, when an employee goes in and does this tool, their answers are not shared with management. Management see a different level. They see a level where they see the overall needs of the team. So it's privacy. Again, it's doing exactly what it says. I mean, trust as well. We're building trust. If we're afraid that what we say will be punished for it or whatever, it's not like that, because management see the overall, and then the organization, if there's a structure on top of that, see what teams are doing well and where they need to take ownership as well of, if they want this needs-driven culture, taking care of the needs that need to be addressed. So that's it in a nutshell.
You've explained it brilliantly. And so in rolling out this AI tool, and I'll be using it with the clients that I work with, we're kind of getting the temperature of the readiness of the organization for AI, maybe their needs in terms of education and skills, maybe their fears around, will AI replace me? Are the questions that employees answer, are they customized or are they set?
They can be changed. Again, really, this is to be for your organization, because just no more than none of us as individuals are the same. Neither are organizations. Their needs are different. They just are. So basically, the questions cover key dimensions such as trust, comfort, confidence, engagement, satisfaction, empathy, and a huge one is ethical perception. And it's only when we go through these questions again that we actually can realize ourselves that, oh, maybe I didn't realize that I actually had this fear around using AI. So it really helps us glean under those different key dimensions.
Fantastic. So let's dive in. You're going to give us a demo.
I sure am.
Some people might be listening to the audio of this, but if you want to watch the demo, you're going to have to jump over to YouTube, or if you're a student of mine, you're going to see it in the Learning Hub. So over to you, Dolores.
Brilliant. So can you see my cursor moving here?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wonderful. So this is a dashboard, okay, very simple dashboard, and this is a demo one, so there's not everything in this one. But what there is there's a diagnostic here we can see, and under that we click New Diagnostic to do a new diagnostic. And the one we're looking at today here is artificial intelligence at work. Again, gauging the needs of the employees around the topic of artificial intelligence. So here we go into the questions, and I'm going to go through all these. So the questions are all here. And then we have always, most of the time, usually, sometimes, occasionally, very infrequently, and never. How much do you trust AI systems to make accurate decisions? So I'm just going to be clicking these so that we can generate a report. To what extent do you believe AI systems can be trusted with personal information? How confident are you in the security measures implemented by AI systems? Do you trust AI systems to handle sensitive tasks without human intervention? I feel comfortable interacting with AI systems. Remember, this is your need as an employee. Do you find it easy to trust and rely on AI systems? To what extent do you feel at ease when using AI technology? Do you feel comfortable sharing personal experiences with AI? How confident are you in the accuracy of AI system predictions and recommendations? Do you believe that AI systems are reliable in providing accurate information? To what extent do you trust AI systems to handle complex tasks efficiently? Are you confident in the ability of AI systems to adapt to different solutions? How emotionally engaged do you feel when interacting with AI systems? Do you find AI systems capable of understanding and responding to your emotions? Second last page. To what extent do AI systems make you feel connected and involved? How likely are you to engage with AI systems in your daily life? Overall, how satisfied are you with the performance of AI systems? To what extent do AI systems meet your expectations and needs? How satisfied are you with the outcomes and results provided by AI systems? Would you recommend AI systems to others based on your level of satisfaction? Do you feel that AI systems understand your emotions accurately? Last page. How well do AI systems respond to your emotional needs? To what extent do you perceive AI systems as empathic towards your emotions? Do you find AI systems capable of providing emotional support? I recognize and embrace the ethical implications of AI. To what extent do you perceive AI systems as respecting privacy and confidentiality? Do you believe that AI systems have a responsibility to ensure fairness and equality? How aware are you of the potential biases and discrimination in AI systems? Which is a really important question. Okay, so I'm going to save those questions, and immediately we have a diagnostic chart. Okay, so the results, we're not waiting around. And also, we're not waiting for management to come back to us. We're looking here, we have instantly generated report. So what we want is, we want to be in the outer green area. Obviously, I didn't mark anything very high there. So the outer green area shows us that our needs are being met. Here again, we have the dimensions I spoke about earlier: the ethical perception, the trust, the comfort, the confidence, the engagement, the satisfaction, and empathy. And around each of the questions that we asked, we can see where we scored. So, for example, if I'm doing this as an employee, I can say, wow, I can really see that there's a dip down here in my ethical perception, because we're gone into the red zone, which means I don't have any trust at all. There's different levels, you know, the orange, the yellow, and the green, but the red shows us sort of, I guess, our danger, where our needs are definitely not being met. Then there's varying degrees. So let's go to this one here and see what it is. So this is what I answered as an employee doing this diagnostic tool. The question was around responsibility and ensure fairness. So this indicates to me that my need around understanding that AI is fair and what it produces is not very good. My need is not being met around that. So therefore, that's something that I know I need to work on. So I have, you know, depending on your organization, what do you do next? As I mentioned earlier, your employees, or nobody would see the answers to this, but they'd see the overall scores of the whole team. So if several people have these as well, you know, they'd see there's a dip, and they'll know that that this is something that they'll need to actually educate employees on, and maybe they need to educate themselves on it as well. So it's a whole 360 learning for everyone, really. What do we need as an organisation to bring in AI in a way that's transparent, but also in a way that is actually good for the company? Because people are in business to make money as well. So we want these systems to be integrated as seamlessly as possible. So we want to look after the needs of our employees. So over here, trust, how AI can be trusted. It's around confidence. Sorry, how confident are you in the security measures implemented by AI? So we look to see ourselves, as I say, what we scored. So what we can do from that is then we can set ourselves a goal. We go down here to goals and we can press that, and we can set ourselves a personal goal. Maybe we see, gosh, I really need to look at, after my diagnostic review, I need to find a way to ensure I understand AI better. I'm just going to put that in, okay, as I make all these typos. So that's what I need to do. It's a goal for myself. And we put in a date, let's say I'm going to do that by next week, and I save it. So that's a personal goal I have. At an organizational level, we can also see that there's team goals. Now, we can't actually see this, obviously, because this is just a demonstration. But a manager, let's say, can, when they look at the overall diagnostic results, they can set team goals. They might say, wow, there really is a discrepancy here. We go back to the AI, we look at where there's the dip in people's needs being met, and we can address them. So as a team, it might even be on a team call. Let's, at a team call, say, what goal do we want to set? We want to set a goal that there is more training. There is more training around AI ethics. Okay, so that's a team goal. So again, this is bringing please complete all fields. Okay, I'm sorry. So, and also, we can put in a team responsible. We can put in people responsible, but we don't have to either. It's not about managers getting more work to do. And that's, again, what I love about this. It's about people taking ownership themselves, setting their own goals, teams setting their own goals. And really, you can see how, and this really works. This is not just something that's new. This diagnostic tool is on the go for a long time, and it's used in companies like Siemens and Qatar Airlines, and used very efficiently. And there's lots of case studies if people want to see them as to the efficiency. There's already data there that proves that it works. And it is, again, about, as I say, it's all this taking ownership for ourselves as well. It really breaks down that, again, where there could be resistance from HR saying we have enough on our plate, which they they could be very busy people. But this actually, again, is taking teams, and teams are setting their goals. Individuals are setting their personal goals, and then they can retake the diagnostic. Okay, so looking at it, looking at their scores, and I didn't go through this, but there are lots of data that we can, there again, this is more for a management. They can look at average scores around the trust, around the different dimensions I spoke about earlier, and this comparison charts. There's lots to do on this. And also, there are also suggested activities. Okay, so again, it's about the ownership piece. Let's say I set a goal for myself that I wanted to become more confident. We can go in and we can find tools on the site that actually help us with these things, give us, tips and that. But also as a team, let's say it really brings team building to a different level. It's not bringing in anyone from the outside either. It's, as a team, maybe a goal can be, let's once a week or once a month, even whatever, once every quarter, let's do a team building activity around where we have low scores, where the team's needs are not being met. The activities are in the system. They're proven, again, activities around motivation, and it's all, again, around bringing people together. And it's that connection piece. It covers so many different areas of everything. That's why it does work. So that, in a nutshell, is looking at the diagnostics and looking at a diagnostic chart. As I say, that was done very quickly. It probably took me about 5 minutes, or it probably would have taken me maybe less if I wasn't talking so slowly. So this is what's produced, and this is what's available using this. As I say, this is just the AI. There's so many. We can gauge the mood at work, the satisfaction levels at work, lots of different things. So I hope that it was that explained it okay, Joanne.
Yeah, you explained it brilliantly. And you know what? One of the most common questions I get is, what are our first steps? And I think this is a great first step. Literally take the temperature of AI and the culture of AI and the perceptions of AI in your organization, then do some activities, implement some changes, and then you can retake it, right? Maybe
Yeah.
in the next quarter and do a comparison. So it's very transparent, as you say. There's that anonymity inbuilt into it for employees so that they feel they can be honest. But then at a higher level, more of the strategic oversight for managers. It's a wonderful tool. So thank you for the demo. And as I say, we're going to be rolling it out to students and to clients. You're going to be delivering, the workshop and all that around it, because that's your area of expertise, Dolores. But what a brilliant tool! So thank you very much.
Not at all. Yes, I'm glad that you see how good it is.
Yeah, and if people want to use it, but maybe they're a little bit nervous that it's going to add more work, what would you say? What's been your experience?
Again, it's about, and that is a very valid question, because that is something that, like, people are like, we have just so much on. But really, as I say, this is really something that it can be rolled out, and it's giving the employees the work to do, but in a way that's actually letting their needs be felt. But for them personally, as well, as I'm not doing this necessarily for the organization, I'm doing it to understand my needs. And we glean so much about our own self around it, so some companies may have barriers saying we have enough in, we have this, that, and the other, but this can be rolled out seamlessly, and like, anyone can have a demo of it there again, like that, just to prove how seamlessly it works. Anyone, as I say, that wants a free demo can get one, because it does work, but it obviously has to be proven. It's okay for someone to say that, but when you see how easy it is, I think then people will realize that it is easy.
Yeah, and the data tells an amazing story. And I think that was the thing that blew my mind when you give me the demo first, is that the story that it tells immediately, because obviously it's leveraging AI, right, to convert people's answers into meaningful insight. So it's super powerful. It's light touch, as you say, in terms of the time it takes for the employee. All the data sits there for the manager or the employer. And then you've got those activities, and it can really inform an education piece too, as you said, around training. But wonderful tool to have. Thank you so much for demoing it. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you again.
Thanks, Joanne.